Well, good morning. It's Wednesday. Today, I actually hired a guy to come and replace the porch. We got the handy ramp down, and we got dumpy dump right here in the driveway. I'm gonna throw all this in the driveway. I'm gonna tear that porch out, and I'm gonna tear that step out. Like I said, all this concrete, all the stamped concrete is coming back out anyway. So I'm just gonna give them room to work. Hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share this with your friends, and let's go for a ride. Causing too much grief. Let's do something with this by hand. How about that? Well, alrighty then, we got all the burnable stuff out. We got the wooden porch, that pile of lumber that was here. Next we gotta peel all this topsoil off because we're putting concrete there, and you can't pour concrete on top of grass, right? Scooped up and taken back to the back forward. Get rid of that. So yeah, hopefully by then the deck guys will be back. They can get started on this, and I can get started on the conduit in the backyard. So off we go. We're back to the backyard. I did get a new gutter line ran. I got a conduit over here, blind ended out there just in case I upgrade the power to the barn. I wanted to have that set up. Then the exhaust vent and the intake vent for the furnace, I got stopped right there. Probably gonna have to add a couple feet onto those, because that orange line is where the patio is going to be. So my boulder wall is going to be about 3 feet past that. So right now we got to set grade, because the first thing I want to set up is right here is where the hot tub goes. Now I'm hoping that we're below grade right now for that, because then I'll have to tear out a bunch of dirt. Excellent. So below that, we're gonna have 6 inches of concrete, 6 inches of stone. So if we're at 3 foot 2.5, we're going to go up to 4 foot 2.5. Wow, that's great. So we only got to scratch a few inches out of here. I'm going to scratch like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, a bunch. I already have the stone. So let's get after that. We're going to scratch this out, and then we'll back and forth and get some stone in here. reason why I overcut that is because I wanted the stone to be sitting on solid ground, right? It's a good base and then a stone base. That's 2 good bases, right? And 2 bases is better than 1. So we're gonna use more stone than we needed, but that's fine. I'd rather have 10 inches of stone in there than 4 inches of stone, right? It provides more drainage and it's gonna protect better against freeze thaw. So this hot tub should never heave. But really the next step before we even start putting stone in here is I'm going to switch to the 18-inch bucket. We're going to run a conduit out, but we got to do some mathematicianals, figure out, because the hole for the under the hot tub where the power line goes through is that big and the wire is that big. So we got to be pretty, we don't have to be exact, but we have to, we're going to create a box, I think, and that way the wire has room to move. And yeah, so before I get too far ahead of myself, let's get that conduit run. Look at Isabel freaking out. She hates the machine. This is why people shouldn't work alone, especially handicapped people. My pipe kept coming apart because I couldn't hold it straight. Then I tried to throw it in the hole, knocked over my primer and my glue. Luckily, we're almost done with conduit, so I don't think I'm gonna need to go get more, but Jesus. This is the conduit for the hot tub. I don't know exactly where it's gotta be yet, so we're gonna pull some measurements once Dave gets back. That's where we had it designed yesterday. We're gonna move it out 3 more feet. Every time I come back here with either Katie or the concrete guy, this patio has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. So she bought a bunch of furniture. I guarantee we're gonna have the room for it. We also need room behind the hot tub for a grill and a smoker, because after all the research we've done, we decided we're gonna go with a gas wood burner, if that makes sense. The electric pellet smokers, by all of our accounts we can find, they just don't smoke enough. It's kind of the whole point, ain't it? So I got a guy coming tomorrow to help me, or today later. We're gonna measure everything out, figure out how much gas line we need, and tomorrow we're gonna get it installed. So stay tuned for that. Hey, don't forget, if you haven't already, that thumbs up button, please. Appreciate it. Watch to the end. It's gonna be a good time. Well, we got the first lift of our stone in. We haven't even hit that. Right there is pretty much bottom of stone. So what we're gonna do, hopefully we're still a couple inches low, because I want to bury that. We're gonna build a retaining wall like this way and that way around the hot tub. So we got some more math to do. I'm not a designer, right? This isn't my strong point. I'm really good at looking at print plans, or you tell me what you want, I can make it happen. Coming up with it out of my own head, like I see what I want, but it doesn't translate very well. But we're working on it. So yeah, Dave's gonna pack that, and we're gonna see where we're at, and then do some more math, and then build up, and then we're gonna set our conduit in, get our box in, and then we can put in more stone. All right, we got strings set. We are 165.5 inches off the house, both here and there. We squared the lines up using the 3-4-5 method, which if you don't know, if you measure off that line 3 foot and we drop the little pin, and we measure this line 4 foot, we drop a pin, and in between there you should have 5 foot. I call it the 3-4-5 method. It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, in case you didn't know how to square a line up. So we're square, we're straight, we're a little shy on stone here, so we're gonna get some stone, just stomping in with our foot. Check that, we got a better idea. We brought a little stone in. Dave's raking it into place, and then he's gonna use that 15-pound sledgehammer right there to pack it in. That's gonna be a lot better than just stomping on it. So we're doing whatever we can do to make sure this wall lasts forever, because I don't want to ever have to redo it. And if it ever fails, it's under the concrete, so we're gonna have a problem with that. So we're gonna do everything we can to make it right. As soon as we get that done, we're gonna cut into the stone. We're gonna figure out exactly where that sweep goes, right there. Goes on the end of our conduit, and that's gonna be for the hot tub. So we're gonna get on that, and then we're on the building block. Dave got the block back here. We're gonna get laying block. We did it. We got the first course on. Got it square, got it straight, got it cleaned off. Now we might be overdoing it, but we're gonna glue every single block. Why? Because I feel like it. So I bought the glue. I don't want this ever to fail. I don't like the fact that they don't have any mechanical way to lock. So we're gonna chemically lock them. Well, we got the wall in, and yeah, it's looking good. It's all nice and straight. Not bad for a couple dumb ditch diggers. Gotta bring in a few more inches of stone, 6 inches of concrete, and that's a wrap. Hey, you guys remember Ross? Say hi, Ross. Hi, Ross.
What's going on, people?
Got talking to Russ one day and mentioned that I got some gas lines to run for fire feature and my grills, and he offered to come and help. So how awesome is that? I was surprised when he actually showed up yesterday. He said he would come by, and he did, and I'm like, whoa, there's people you can count on. Imagine that. So
some people are still worth their word.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. So I was telling the carpenter out there, oh, we never did sign a contract. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I gave you my word, right? And I deal with handshakes, right? Here's my contract right there. So anyway, we're gonna drill a hole. We're trying to figure out where. Here's the vents for the you know, the thing. And this thing.
Or a stool or something like that.
Yep.
Where's it at?
It's right in here. So yeah, we're gonna drill a hole out there, and then we got to be below these white pipe, so we might need different hangers. But
yeah, we'll get different hangers.
We'll be in touch. Are you kidding me? Well, I just spent 3 minutes talking to the camera when it wasn't even recording. Oh, I'm not good at this YouTube stuff yet, but we're learning, as I keep saying. Like, for example, when we put that gas line in the other day, I left my camera down in the basement, and I thought later on, maybe I had buried it, so that's why I didn't get any of this boulder wall going in. So we got what, 3, 6, 8 rocks set, no footage. But I found my camera. That's good, because these things aren't cheap. We got the lady Katie bringing us some fabric to get behind the stone. Might be overkill, but I don't ever want to have to worry about dirt seeping through my rocks, covering up my sidewalk, all that good stuff. I got my holes, that's the old access for the crawl space. I got that plugged up yesterday. That's a window, that's blocked off now. We got Katie, like I said, she's gonna run the compactor for us wherever she's at. Dave's gonna rake for her as soon as he gets done laying pipe. Man. But yeah, so we'll check in on you guys when we get ready to set some more rocks. Boy, oh boy, is it muggy out today. You guys remember Russ? He's back to help me finish this gas line. We got it out of the wall last time he was here, and I said, I can finish it. And then I got looking at it, and I thought, well, he seemed a little more confident than I am. So we're gonna run from where it comes out of the wall. We're gonna come out 15 feet. We're gonna put a T on, go 17 feet that way, and then we're gonna come 12 feet this way and 6 feet this way, and we're gonna have a line sticking up there and a line sticking up there. 2 shutoffs over here, 1 shutoff over there. So I'm gonna have a heck of a time editing this video because a lot of it I was doing by myself, and I worked for like an hour or two and then quit, and worked for an hour or two on something else the next day. It's gonna be a editing feat. So I hope you all appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get this gas line built, and stay tuned. So right here is where we're gonna have the fire feature table and our main furniture. And that's gas line. Comes over here to a T. Comes from the house. And then it's gonna come back over here into a 90. And then we're coming up here. We're gonna put a T here because we may have two different gas lines over here. So yeah, we're gonna put this T on, and then we're gonna have a shut off. That's probably it. Yeah. That's good. Cool. Gotta get some nipples. I've got this crap all over everything. My leg. Dave's face.
Is it on my face?
No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna be like, what the heck?
Dave's playing with the nipples.
He likes his nipples.
Ugh, I got it on my camera. So once we get this done, we're gonna set another, I don't know, 15, 20 boulders. We're gonna carry this wall like that. That's coming out. So we'll probably start curving right there. There's gonna be a staircase.
You're not getting too tight yet.
Right there somewhere.
There's another one for you. Keep you busy.
So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in a bit. Time for an update. We, we've been recording this, and a couple hours here, a couple hours there, being by myself and all that. I think I mentioned that already. But we've come a ways. We got the gas lines in. I'm pretty sure we got film of that. We got a 3-inch pipe around that for when we pour the concrete. I don't want the concrete tight to that gas line, because if it ever heaves, I don't want it pulling on my gas line. Don't need one on this gas line over here, because that's not going to be inside the patio. The patio is going to be in about 2 inches this side of that gas line. We covered this all with stone, which did a deal. It helped out quite a bit. There's less sand being drug into the house by the doggies. Remember, I had these set up to run out there. Furnace guy told me that's not going to work, because eventually them pipes will fill with condensation. Makes perfect sense. So I plumbed them up like this. Turns out that's the exhaust, that's the intake. So I got these backwards. I need to keep them a foot off the ground, but 3 foot away from this window. The exhaust needs to be blowing away from the house. The intake can be whatever, so I'm going to flip-flop those, shorten them, and then they'll be correct. So that's that. I brought in a whole bunch of peat moss, which, if any of you don't know, peat moss it's not exactly firm. It's kind of squishy. It's a sponge. Matter of fact, I believe it holds 3 times its own weight in water. So I brought in some more sand, mixed in some dry topsoil with it, and it seems like it's getting pretty firm. So the goal today is to get that pool out. The pumps and all that, sand filter, and get that out. And then I think I need to figure out a new place for that to live, because I got some old fence poles and I want to stack them in a situation where we'll have it a little higher, bring in more sand, and the logs will serve as a mechanical barrier to keep the weeds growing in the sand. So yeah, that's just a little tinker toy project. I'm probably gonna run a conduit for the extension cord from the barn to the pump, because it seems like every year I run one over with the lawnmower and I'm running out of extension cords. So I got the new Carpenters over here today. New Carpenters here today, rebuilding the side porch, and we hired somebody to do it and they did a terrible job. So I tore it down, right down to the poles, and we replaced 2 of them. That's what these guys are doing. Yesterday they showed up real quick, and yeah, so we're gonna meet them now. What's up, fellers?
Morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Oh, wow, you guys are already way farther ahead than we were yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So we're waiting for the lady Katie to get up, and we're gonna take that pool down, and I'm gonna get to tinkering. So we'll see you later.